All right guys, Coach Justin here with Zone, and today I got another drill for you. This one involves something like a tennis racket. You could use a one-hand training bat, you could use a bat and just kind of choke up, but just something in your hand that has a little bit of like you use a stick to. And one of the main reasons is that we're trying to make sure that we don't turn our wrist in so that we would hit ourselves if we have something like this, and it's going to help us get our arm up into position in a smoother pattern, okay? So something like this, again, tennis racket, stick, bat. But basically what we're gonna do is we wanna relax the shoulder and just swing. And usually this is just where we start. So we just want nice and relaxed, because a lot of kids bow their elbows out and turn their hands down. They have really stiff wrists when they go to throw. And that kills arm speed, but it also stops all that momentum. So if I'm here and I turn my wrist in, I'm gonna hit myself, right? So the more I can relax my shoulder and not crank on it, then it frees me up to be loose, which saves my effort for later down the road. So I don't need any effort yet. All we need to do is let the arm float up into position. So after you swing and you feel a good amount of momentum, then all we're gonna do is swing it up and let it bend. And again, there's no effort really there. We're just kind of letting the arm fold in, right? I'm not stab, squeeze, just swinging it up and letting it fold in. Now, after you feel like you've got a good groove for that, and we're not turning and then unspiraling the shoulder like that, unwinding it, so winding it up and unwinding it, we're just sort of floating the elbow back into position as opposed to more in line, so we're getting a little bit further back there. Then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn to bring my arm forward so I'm out in front. So instead of going here, again, if you try to force the arm forward, which a lot of kids do, they'll take their elbow and force it forward, it's gonna feel really weird, and with a tennis racket, it'll come through like this, and you won't hear that whip. All right, so if I'm here, and I force my elbow forward, it's gonna come through and cut through the air like this. But if I swing it up and then turn, you'll hear that tennis racket whip out in front. All right, so swing, let the arm fold in, and from here, turn your torso to bring that racket out in front. If you force the arm early, you'll either hear it back here, or again, you'll bring the elbow in and you won't hear anything at all. So loose, let that arm get back into position instead of up and then spiraling down or hitting yourself on the way down. Arm gets up, turn, arm gets out. So one more time, swing it up, turn, and then just smooth that out. And what I always tell the kids is if we both run the exact same speed and we were to sprint to a certain distance and I had to stop in the middle, they would beat me no matter what, right? So anytime you're swinging and starting your arm in motion and then stopping it, you have to start it up again, and that's gonna kill your arm speed. So a kid who's smooth and doesn't stop their arm is gonna have more arm speed than a kid who stops and then has to go again.